Calling a woman exceptional sounds empowering. Hmm, that's true. Except you think deeply to understand. Because sometimes it's actually a way of keeping her alone. I know you are confused now in asking, what do women really want? Yes. Now, let's talk about the concept of being an exceptional woman for a second. I recently found out that one of the most subtle ways the world resists women is by admiring them too specially, not doubting them, not always opposing them, just isolating them with praise. A woman does something brilliant, and people say she's exceptional, she's extraordinary, she's not one of most women. And at first, that sounds like respect. But listen more carefully because being exceptional can do two things at once: celebrate her and separate her quietly. To call a woman exceptional can sometimes mean that she made it, but don't assume others can. She belongs here, but only because she's unusually strong. She succeeded, but don't take her success as evidence. In other words, she is praised in a way that protects the system that made her rare in the first place. And that's the trick right there. Because once women are seen as exceptions, the world never has to ask the other questions. Questions such as who or what made them rare in the first place? Who was overlooked? Who was never given the same room, the same freedom, the same margin for failure? Who had to be twice as polished just to be called possible? The exceptional woman's story becomes a comforting story, a proof that the system works, even when the system only works for the woman who survives it. For that woman, who is able to thrive in the condition that was presented to her. And maybe that's why this idea matters, you know, because progress is often misunderstood. People see one woman rise and call it change. No, but one woman rising is not always change. Sometimes it's only adaptation. Sometimes it's only survival. Sometimes it is only that one woman able to learn how to breathe in a space that is still not built for her. Real progress is not when a woman makes it through the impossible conditions that gets her called inspiring. Yes, real progress is when success no longer needs to be described as surprising for a woman. When brilliance in a woman is no longer treated like a plot twist. When leadership in a woman is no longer explained as a special case. And ambition in a woman is not something that people feel the need to soften with words like graceful, humble, exceptional, or rare. So on this Women's Day, the question to ask is not how many exceptional women do we celebrate? It should be, why do we still need women to be exceptional just to be fully accepted? The goal was never to produce a few remarkable women. The goal was and is and should be to build a world where women do not have to be remarkable to be respected, where they can be ordinary, they can be flawed, ambitious, intelligent, uncertain, powerful, human, even, and still belong. So maybe equality should begin with a moment where a woman's success stops being treated as an exception to the reality and start being recognized as part of it. Let me say that again. Okay. So equality really, I'm saying it should be a moment where a woman's success stop being treated as an exception to the reality, but being recognized as a part of it. So today, look around you. You see a woman, give them a hug, tell them you are enough. Sis, I see you. On this International Women's Day, I salute you and happy International Women's Day. Bye.